Let's see. Man overjoyed with new shoes. Ladies and gents, this improv story is based on an idea. Man overjoyed with new shoes. Let the story commence. There once was a man called Craig, and he wanted a pair of new shoes. The Paolo Nutini song, it's unrelated. This is another guy. That song, the Paolo Nutini one, is about a man called Paolo. Speaking of which, speaking of which, just hold on a wee moment there. Speaking of which, so this one's about Craig though. Craig wanted a pair of new shoes, and he said to his pal, I'm looking for new shoes. His pal said, well, a pair of trainers, because Craig always wore trainers. No, actual shoes. I think it's time to get shoes. You see, I turn 46 next week, just like Limmy. I think it's time to grow up now. Stop the trainers thing. It just dawned on me. You're coming up for 50 and you're getting trainers. It's time for a good pair of shoes. A pair of shoes that will last. So his pal said, listen, you know what age I am, don't you? I don't actually, but I know that you're older. 49. 49? How did that happen? I remember years ago you were only 31. Now you're 49. How did that happen, George? And George said, listen, so I know a wee bit about shoes, because it's happened quite a few. It's happened quite a few times. The buying of shoes for me, for him, not for me or Craig, but for him. I know a good pair of shoes. Take a look. And he pulled out this wee catalogue, some sort of fucking gardening booklet you would get in fucking Dobbies or something like that. And there's wee adverts for clays and stuff like that here and there. Stay pressed trousers and shit like that. At the back, it was a nice comfy pair of shoes. Just looks so fucking boring. And George said, so this is what you want here. And Craig went, no. In fact, I'm going to go back to trainers. I've made a mistake. I'll see you later. I'm away up the road. And George said, no, I'm telling you, I'm going to order them. Craig said, you better know. Craig left in a huff. He was in a mood. He went up the road. He just didn't like the whole thing. Maybe it was just getting older. Didn't like it. When his birthday came, George went, here you go. I gave him a big box. Well, that kind of big. Craig started opening it up, and he thought, he better know if. He opened the box. Well, he unwrapped it, and there was a box of fucking Clarks, it said. Is this these? Open it and you'll see. He opened the box. It was a comfy fucking shoes. Craig went like, you're an arsehole. George went, how? He just felt it was like insulting. He didn't know. It just made him. It just brought it home that he's coming up for 50. He just thought back to, I remember when I was this age and my dad was like an old guy, and he was younger than I am now. And this is the sort of shite he would wear. It just made him feel really, really sad. So Craig went away. He went away out of the room, then he came back and he said he had a party in his house. And he said, I want yous all out. Craig, what's going on here? Was everybody out? Go! And everybody left. And Craig looked at this box of shoes. A box of shoes. I don't mean it was a big box and had tons of shoes of every fucking type. I mean that fucking 2 shoes. And he looked at the shoes and he went, he tried them on. And let me fucking tell you, he was absolutely the end. I'm just trying a different style of stories. I'm just trying a different style. I'm just bringing in a rubbish style. I'm just bringing in some new styles. By the way,